Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hey, hello farmers and welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. We are still harvesting our cotton. It is 5 o'clock in the evening. If you remember last time we harvested that field over there, I think we only got we didn't even get 3 cotton modules out of it. And this time we almost got 4. Just shy of 4. You can see where the 4th one dropped over here in this field. So I'm hoping we can get a 5th module out of here, which means 200,000 liters of cotton. And with that, we could get almost 300 grand, maybe just shy of it, probably like $280,000 by selling the cotton. I haven't sold any yet, only because if I sold some now and I waited to sell the rest of it, the price would probably go down. So I'm feeling rather confident in buying some land right now. So the price of the cotton is staying even. I did slow down the speed at ×1 because I wanted to get the harvest done before nighttime, which we should be able to. But I'm confident enough we're going to get our cash and all that. So we're going to turn on lands here. And yep, we're coming all the way up here. This land right here, value 220,000. We got 274. Do we want to buy it? Yes, we do. All right, let's get off that before I do something stupid. While I was waiting for the cotton module to keep on harvesting and finishing, our Fendt tractor finished putting down the corn over in this field here. And I have started, as you can kind of see, spraying some slurry in the cotton field. I tried to spray slurry in the grass field, and I got it about right about here. I checked the PDA, and it's not taking the fertilizer for some reason. And the grass, if I turn on grass, I mean, it's grown for sure. Actually, it's ready for harvest. So I'm not sure why it's not accepting the slurry. It did last time. I don't know. Do I have to wait for it to... I don't know. We'll try it again. If it doesn't, I'll probably use nothing, or I'll bring the sprayer over. I don't know. Let's turn the grass off because that's rather annoying if it doesn't. Over here, I did some landscaping a little bit. I just leveled out the ground here because when you level out the ground when it's grass, it kind of like just cuts the grass. So it got the grass out of the area of our bakery. And I started putting down the concrete. Well, you can kind of see here. I put the concrete down in between the solar panels and here because our truck will be coming through here. And also I made it go around here, and I made a path down our greenhouses here. So that is kind of a start. The sugar factory is going to go over here, and I need 180,000 for that. I'm kind of hoping... maybe when we sell the cotton, I may have enough to pay off the loan and put down the sugar factory in this episode. We shall see. So we're going to let that finish harvesting there. I was wait for it. Our sprayer or spreader, I might as well come on over. Where am I here? Oh, he's right there. I'll go top him off, and he can get back to work and finish the cotton field. And probably in the mornings when I'll get the case quad out and cultivate the field, because I've been driving around in it. So that's going to be kind of an issue here. Meaning I won't be able to replant where I destroy the cotton stalks, which I still don't get why that's the thing. Do that. Hire helper. And made him stop. That's fine. Yeah, when I make him stop, he does leave like a little bit of a gap, but it's no big deal. It's just a little bit. As I'm making like figure 8 crop circles or what have you in this field here. We'll go top this tank off. We're actually below 700,000 liters left. Oh no. Plenty of slurry. I probably am not gonna. The hogs will make it faster that I can use it. And if you keep wondering why I keep calling it hogs, because the placeable I put down is actually called a hog barn, so I try to call them hogs. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the hogs are going to make slurry faster than I'm going to use it, I do believe. I'm trying to think. I think I'm using like 200 to, well, yeah, I'm going to use about 200,000 liters here in this field alone. But while we are waiting for our cotton harvester to finish, I thought we'd come up here. We're going to grab this guy. There we go again with this guy. We're going to start harvesting some barley because when we sleep through the night, we might wake up and the bread price might be so good and I won't be ready to bring some more barley down. And yeah, it can be barley or wheat. I want to make sure enable straw swath. Yes, we do, because we need some straw actually, which sounds weird to say so, but we do. And I'm just trying to remember. I hope I think I brought all my tractors back up here. We got both T8s up here, so I will have to grab a trailer and empty this guy out a couple times. Yeah, this guy. This harvester a couple times. I think it's like 3 times for this field. Well, it's barley, so I don't know. But it will be at least once or twice, that's for sure. I hope so. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with the cotton field. I think last time, like I said, that big cotton field, the first one, I think we got like two and almost a third module, and now this time I almost got like an extra module out of it. Or am I misremembering? I can't say. All I know is right now we got 4 modules, and I'm hoping for a 5th. Nothing wrong with a 5th. But since we got a couple more hours of daylight, I wanted to at least start harvesting up here. I know I said I was going to wait until the next day and maybe start recording this episode the next morning, but too much daylight, and I said, well, I can't wait till morning because the cotton price will probably take a nosedive, and then my plans all go to crap. So quickly, in my brain, I need $330,000. Is that right? No. 310,000. I think it's $310,000 in total if I can pay off the loan interest at midnight and also put down the sugar factory. I think the sugar factory will, yeah, the sugar factory is 180 and I need another 130. So that's 310,000. Alright. I think we might be just a little bit shy of that right now. But it's so close, who's to say? Plus we should be getting some cash from our greenhouse's solar panel. But is it enough? Is it enough? One thing with the cotton module though, I just repaired it last time we used it, and seeing that we're almost done with the cotton harvest, the module is pretty much in a need of repair again. Man, that thing needs repairing awfully fast. And I gotta remember to keep track of my harvester that I don't overfill. Tell you what, I'm gonna put him on a worker, and I just need to grab a tractor. I said a tractor, not the Vultra. This T8 will do, and it's the one from Mercury Farms, looking all nice and clean. Now this barley, I'm just going to put into the silo up here. Oh, there's the other T8 right next to the trailer that I needed. And we do have 4 fields of barley, so at some point I will bring the Volvo truck up here. And we'll grab the barley and bring it on down to our bakery to make some more bread. Right now the bread price is, so I'm hoping in the morning it's hey. And if you don't speak my language, the first one is the bread price sucks, and I'm hoping the morning is pretty darn good. That's what we're hoping for. No, that's on the wrong side, so that doesn't matter because he's going to be full anyways. Yep. Always happens. Well, I shouldn't say always. Sometimes the pipe is on the correct side. And also what this will allow us to do in the next morning, I can get the harvester working the fields and I can grab the other T8 and we can start picking up the straw. Now the thing is, I don't have no place up here to store the straw, so I have to bring it somewhere else. Now I also have thought about bringing the baler up here and making bales and then transporting it that way. The reason I'm thinking about doing it that way is, as you know, our baler makes 20,000 liter bales, and I can fit 30 some odd bales on our auto-loading trailer. So that's a lot of liters. If I use the loading wagon, that can only hold 90,000, which is only just barely over 4 bales, 4.25 bales. So we might actually use the baler up here, and then I can put it into our quote-unquote bale storage area that we kind of have going, if you want to call it that. Alright, so we will go ahead and get back to harvesting ourselves to save us as much cash as possible. Because like I said, our goal is to hit $310,000 when I sell those cotton modules. Because that way we can afford the sugar plant and pay out that interest at midnight. And fingers crossed, no extra mods come out that I go, oh, I gotta have that. And then we can start saving our money. And yes, pay off our loan that's just below $42 million. But by buying the land for the tree farm, that gives us an opportunity to do something a little different that I really haven't done. Is one, we're not doing much tree harvesting here as we once were, and I mean once were, it's like one episode right at the very beginning. Two, I'm not going to use the autoloader to load the logs up into a trailer, because we're going to use the train. So it's kind of like two things I hardly ever do, which is manually load logs and three into a train. And then with the train, we'll transport the logs down to the lower silo, and somehow I miss it, but there's a sell point there that accepts wood or logs. So all I have to do is unload them from the train and go a few feet and dump the logs off there, and ka-ching, we got some cash. Now the one thing we will have to do is, I do have 2 wood chippers. So I have to bring a wood chipper up there to the tree farm. And then of course at some point we'll buy a planter and probably replant trees. Now something that I don't think I've ever been able to do is I always do logging. And I always replant trees, but I don't think I ever got to a point long enough on a map to where I was harvesting the trees I actually planted. So will I replant trees? Probably. Will I ever get a chance to go back and do lumbering, cutting them down and making money off them? Who knows? If you've been here long enough, you know my plans. I kind of make plans, and then as I go along, I kind of change once in a while. I mean, heck, even last episode I said I'll see you the next morning, and we'll probably do something from there. And well, we haven't got to the next morning. So I am running at 1x speed because I don't want that cotton price to drop. If I was running at ×5 speed from when I last left it, we probably, I would be guessing it'd be definitely past daylight time. So probably like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night right now. Alright, I'm going to put this combine back on the worker, because he's just about full. And we need some lime, huh? It seemed weird. Last time we harvested and all of a sudden I started noticing a field needed lime. Like, oh yeah, we haven't done that in a while. Now it's like every field needs lime. I'm trying to see how much DEF fuel I got left in here. Actually quite a bit. It's only down to 40%, and I got 65 hours on this tractor. So yeah, the DEF fuel doesn't go down hardly at all. get rid of the worker, can him, and we will finish the harvest ourselves in this field. Probably just get this field done tonight, but that's fine. It's one field I don't have to do in the next day. And also, I kind of know now that this field is going to need a little bit of work, other than picking up the straw and then putting down lime before it gets reseeded. But I would think by the time I finish harvesting the field, the cotton harvester might be done. But yeah, I think coming up here with the baler and making straw bales is probably the best way to do it. Now the only thing, the only thing that can kind of hurt me is, so like when I wanted to put down bedding for the animals, it's not loose straw, they'll be in bales, so I'll have to either buy a bale shredder, so when I give the pigs, horses, and cows straw, we'll have to use a shredder. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think I'll just make these into bales. Because I think there's a good cheeky way around this, meaning I can bring the bales to the Total Mix Rations mixer at the BGA. That will shred them for me. I'll put it in storage, and I can take the straw out after. Yeah, it's kind of cheating the system here a little bit, but I think that's what we'll do. Because part of me, I do like the fact that I can put the hay, grass, and straw into a silo, but you really shouldn't. So I'm kind of torn every time I do that and go grab it out of a silo. It's like I should be just putting it into a storage barn or something. But I'm always torn. I'm like, yeah, but it's so easy just to dump into a silo. And the other part of me is like, yeah, but that's not what you really do now, is it? I'm probably going to fill the combine again before I finish this field. And that looks like a field of wheat right there. But I'm not buying any more fields. I got more than enough land right now. I've been looking for the contract in field 33 to weed that guy out, but no contract for that. And field 35 still has some potatoes in it. It's kind of interesting because you know we took the contract in field 35 and then I declined it, and now it's back in the system. Usually after you decline or accept one and decline it, that's it. You don't get it again. But maybe because I saved the game and reloaded it a different day or something. I don't know. But I hope they harvest those potatoes because I really don't want to do it. And if they don't harvest it, that means I'm not going to get any more contracts in that field. Yeah, I'm not going to get down to the end of the field, so what I'm going to do here is extend the pipe, turn the combine off, lift up the header, I am glad I got this trailer though. I didn't know if we needed one this big for the upper plateau. But I'm glad I got it. The reason why I got it, I usually use the Joskin 31,000 liter trailer. But I've been trying to use more of different equipment now and then. That's why we use the masher. Not many people use the masher, I don't think. But now that I use our Mercury Farms in here, I probably won't use it again. And now that I just mentioned that I said I probably won't use the masher again, I probably should say Now, I don't know this for sure, but next week we might be on a different map with seasons. I happened to find a map today. This is before I came on to record. I downloaded it. It's seasons ready. I jumped into the map, and I had a quick look around. The main thing is, when I loaded the game up, the good news is that there were no errors. And I'm like, okay, that's step one, no errors. So then I logged back out of the game, loaded up the mods that I would use along with seasons, because it was seasons ready, and load up the game. Again, no errors. I'm like, okay, so then I just bought my Chevy pickup truck, hopped in it from the store, and kind of started riding around the map. And it looks pretty good. And the way I said it sounds kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. I mean, yes, it does look pretty good. It's a 4 times map, so it's a decent sized map. When I look at the PDA, though, it gets kind of like, whoa, there's a lot there. So, yeah, I just need to have a better look around on it. Hopefully over the weekend I'll get a chance to. So, come Tuesday, usually, as you know right now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday is when we do Farm Sim. If everything goes okay on it, you might be able to see a seasons series starting here. Okay, let's turn that off. Pipe out. Yeah, I just want to drive around the map a little bit more. Just take a quick look around. Like I said, it's a 4 times map, so it's a pretty big size for a single player. We're not going to use the entire map. If the seasons, we're going to kind of start slow. Yeah, there's some things I would need to do before we start a series on it, so it's going to take me a while to set it up. The starting equipment and the way it's set up, I don't think I've ever done anything where we just start with the equipment on a map, do I? It's pretty much like, yeah, let me delete everything here, and we'll get the things that we need. Yeah, so just keep fingers crossed. I know a lot of you have been waiting for seasons on this channel. I've been looking for a map. There were other maps I've been waiting for to come out, and they just haven't yet. So I've been, there's been a few maps that have oh, this is promising. Then I load up a map, and it's like, oh, yeah, the map looks good, but this map has like a lot of errors. So okay, don't want to do that. Or then I jump on the map and it's like, nope, not quite my style, or it's too plain Jane, or something like that. But this one here, it looks very promising, so I just need a little more time to go around. And how did I... Where's my settings here? Nope, stop it. Right mouse button, nope, left control and delete, thank you. Alright, so we do have some barley in stock for our bakery. And I do believe I saw that our cotton harvester is done. Done. And we got 1 field of barley done. Yeah, so I think we'll grab the baler next time and we'll bale the straw. It'll be just easy to transport on down. Okay, so with that being said, so we got this field 1 stage of fertilization down, so when we put the cotton down, the seeder will go ahead and take care of that. I'm scrolling on the map because I'm trying to... Oh, that's right. I put my truck over here. I'll bring the trailer with because I got to spread the fertilizer or the slurry down in the cotton field that's harvested. But I need to go get our cotton module. Before we go any further, let's just make sure... I'm pretty sure the price, if it is dropping, which it isn't, is staying pretty much the same. And the one thing I still haven't gotten used to in FS19 is when you go to the map or off the game, it doesn't pause the game anymore. So that's why my truck kept on rolling. So if everything goes well, we might be putting down the sugar factory here in a little while right there. Like I said, I didn't go too crazy with the landscaping here. I just wanted to get a little bit things done while I was working, or the cotton module was working. I decided to go with concrete because, it's heavy equipment we got coming on through here. But I don't know why the slurry is not taking in the grass field. It's in the first stage of harvest. So the first stage of fertilizer is from when we planted the grass back in episode -1 or whatever the heck it was. In other words, a long time ago. I mean, I thought we'd be able to take slurry whenever. I'm just going to drop this off here. And this truck takes forever to get going. It doesn't have a trailer. So I see one module there. So we didn't get the 5th module, but it's got to be pretty close to being full, I would think. I was wondering where my other module went, but I kind of forgot. I think I left it in the field, and the slurry spreader kind of like, hey, I'll bring it on down to the end of the field for you. And I might as well leave the speed at ×1 just for now, because I don't want to get too carried away and be putting up the sugar factory in the dark. So we'll be making 3 trips over to the spinnery. And now with no workers going, we should be getting pretty close, like $1,500 an hour from the property income. So got my fingers crossed that we get somewhere close to 310. All right, our first load of wool, or excuse me, cotton. I do that often, I'm sure, and sometimes don't even catch myself. But yeah, this is cotton. Woohoo, up to 170. So we're getting almost 120,000 per. So next load we're bringing me up to roughly about 290,000. Yeah, we should. I think we'll have enough for the factory tonight, which is good, because then I can, you know, come on, Peanut, stay focused. No more mods. Then we can really start just collecting the cash and pay off that loan. Because really that's the goal on this map, is just to pay off that stinking loan that we inherited or agreed to doing when we bought the farm. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this module first. But I am kind of excited to be doing seasons, so I'm hoping that this map I talked about pans out. Alright, module number 1. Let's go grab module number 2. So now I am thinking, since it looks like we're going to have enough cash for the sugar factory, I gotta plant sugar beets in this field, don't I? I just have to, because we gotta get that sugar. I mean, we're talking, when I did the test, it was 1 liter for a liter. So instead of getting $120 per 1,000 liters, we're going to get a lot of cash. And sugar beet, you just harvest so much sugar beet, it's ridiculous. I do have a little bit of cotton there I got to pick up. But it is going to be interesting to see how much cotton is actually in that harvester. But we're going to find out here in a minute or two. But this should just bring it just shy of 290,000. And then we just need like another $25,000, and we'll be able to afford the sugar factory and pay off the interest rate at midnight. That's the whole thing. But I'm sure that at some point, I think I forgot to look up his name again. I'm sorry, but I think it's the snake that came up with the bakery and the sugar factory and the cheese factory. I'm pretty sure he's going to come up with some other ones. I think, I don't know if he knows about the mods I've been talking about in FS15. There's also one to make alcohol, but we do have a mod that makes whiskey. But I don't know if that's going to be worth it either. And it's kind of hard to make whiskey when you need wheat and barley, and we need the wheat and barley for the bakery. Alright, give me some more cash, will you please? very nice. Yeah, if it wasn't for these mods, I would have paid off quite a bit amount of this loan, but also these mods are going to help us in the long run because they'll actually help us make more money. Let's go up and visit the cotton harvester. We'll get to grab the rest of that cotton in the corner of the field. And, you know, I'm thinking it's going to be at least 30,000 liters in there, so should have enough for this. At least this time I got the slurry down this field before I seeded it. Yeah, I was thinking though, I thought, you know, this is a lot of space in between the fields. I could widen these fields out a little bit more, and I thought, you know what? It's not too bad to have this wide of a space to, in case you ever need to turn around. And that way you don't have to merge into another field. In case there's crops going in there. Yep, definitely over 30,000 liters, so I should have enough. Let's go grab the last bit of this cotton in the corner over here. Perfect. Now let's run up to the back of this thing. Actually, probably right about there. So yeah, you can see the repair meter on here. This was fully repaired when I started just harvesting these two fields, and it's pretty much down to like 20%. Can I fold this guy up? Why am I calling my equipment the guy now? Who knows? Alright, let's go get rid of this module. Sweet, picked it right up. And zoom on back to the spinnery. And they're probably going to say, no more cotton for a while. And I'm going to say, see you in 2 days. Or at least 2 days, minimum 2 days. Maximum to whenever the price is good. Anything over 1,400 we sell. Sell, sell, sell. At least I didn't go down the sawmill road yet. I was known to do that a lot in 17. I've done it a couple times already here in 19. Come around the corner and I go down the wrong road to the wrong place. Alright, one more module. As long as we see over 310 in here, which, you know, we should, then we're golden. All right, up to 337. So we got some cash to spare with first thing in the morning, but we should get probably an extra 15 grand from now until then, anyways, from our wonderful greenhouses and solar plant. And then tomorrow, we'll probably get our cash, hopefully from the bread. Fingers crossed. I mean, the bread price, when we first put down the bread factory, or the bakery, we saw the bread was up over 1,000. And haven't gotten there since. Now, I know it's only been a few days. We'll go ahead and park this cotton module trailer up. But I'm glad I got a little bit extra cash because there's one more thing I need to buy. But I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. It's not that big of a thing, but it's something I will need. Oh, let me rephrase it. It's something I want. Do I really need it? Not really. Is it going to be useful? Yes. And it has to do with the tree farm, so... And now we're just going to zoom on down here, drive across the grass. I got to figure out why this field is not taking slurry. If any of you guys know why this field will not accept slurry when the grass is ready for harvest. Now, I have fertilized the grass field before when it was ready for harvest and it took it. But that was liquid fertilizer. So maybe it can't accept slurry when it's ready to be harvested. I don't know. Alright, so now the question I have is, let's park the truck here. Hop out of the truck. Let's go to here. Global company, sugar factory, 180,000. This thing is a little bit bigger. As you can kind of see now. I wasn't kidding when I said it's on the big side. Oh, wow. Okay, it's even bigger than I thought it was. Hi, Columba. I do have a tree in the way. I want to get out of the road a little bit. Let's bring up the HUD. Left control Q and E. I don't want to lower it too much. You know what I should do here? Because if this goes wrong, let's go ahead and let me go in here. Let me turn the autosave off because I don't want it to save while something goes wrong. But we'll save the game there. Autosave is off. That way if I don't like the placement, I can try it a couple times until we are satisfied. Now there is a tree there, but hopefully it's all good. Trying to square this up with the road. It's not too bad. And there's that road there. Alright. It says 185. Do I need to raise it? I'm looking at the far end by the bakery. That might need to be raised. No, that's lowering. No regrets. Alright, that works for me. That's fine. It comes out a little bit into this road and it's got a little bit of a ramp to it, but I can smooth that out. So this is where you bring your sugar beet, sugar cane, and this is where the sugar pallets spawn. It's kind of interesting that for some reason, like at the bakery, he went with 2 rows where the pallets spawn, and for some reason for the sugar factory, he only went with 1 row. Especially when you're going to get a lot more sugar beet and everything. I kind of like the way it came out here. Actually, that tree is looking pretty good where it is there. It looks kind of weird with the concrete around it, but we can do some landscaping and change that. Yeah, this came out... Oh, crap. Oh, no. Alright. Okay, so plan... yeah. So this is why you save the game before you put it down. So I have to move it over further. Even though when I was putting it down, it didn't show that it was going into the road, but we can see how far it did go into the road. That's quite a ways, man. Unless I moved it and did not know it. And maybe I will lower it into the ground a little bit as well. Because it looks like it's raised up even here. So I'm going to exit the game without saving, reload. I'll place this back down and hopefully I can do a better job. I think we have success. Nothing in the road. I tried lowering it, but it seemed like it raised it back up. That could be like the global company doing that. Not quite sure. I brought it snug up right up to the bakery. but nothing is colliding here, and it looks kind of okay. There is like a little bit of a ramp here. I can probably smooth it out. I don't have no grass or brush sticking up through. I think I want to leave this tree here, so what I'll do is that we'll extend like the grass around here, and maybe even the future, because we do have a lot of manure to use from the hogs. I could put down like more greenhouses like right along this line right here, kind of mirror those, and maybe have like 20 greenhouses going. Yeah, 20. Why not? We got the manure and the water's free, and that'd be a good income for us. And really, I don't think I can stick any more placeables in here anyway, so I'll have a nice row and a road in here for the greenhouses, and then we can come in here with our sugar beet. When we come in with the sugar beet, we'll come in on this road here and deliver the sugar beet right into here. I have plenty of room to bring our flatbed auto-loading trailer in here to load up our pallets with sugar. And also, I have still enough room to come in here. I think this ramp here, I need to make this a little bit smoother as well, I think. But this is where we drop off our wheat / barley. And, of course, here are pallets here. Do I have room to... Oh, yeah, just enough room to squeeze on out so I can bring, like, our auto-loading trailer in here, load up the bread that's been sitting here in the sun, and squeeze on through here. Yeah, I'll have to figure out something, but we'll give it a try. But there you have it. We now have a sugar plant. Who knew a little while ago that we'd have that? What I'll try to do is, if I can remember, I did leave a link of the bakery in the first episode that we put the bakery down, but I'll put the link in the description below for the bakery. Also the sugar plant. I'll even do it for the cheese factory if you want to look at it yourself. See, maybe you'll get different prices on your map or in different economy modes as well. Because those I have tried out and looked at. I have not looked at the where is it? The whiskey power plant. Whiskey can be power in a way. Yeah, I have not placed this down and tried it yet, so I'm not quite sure how that looks and how it works. But these three I've tried. The bakery is what you see here. Yeah, that price there is probably not true. I think it should be I forgot we paid. I think it was $120,000 that we paid for that. But for some reason, it showed me as $1,000. Here's the cheese factory for $120,000. That's what I'm saying, $120,000. And the sugar factory. And like I said, I think his name is a snake. Actually, he's got his logo there. I'm surprised he didn't have it. I thought he was the one that did the dairy. Maybe he wasn't. But I'll put that one down in the link description below if I can remember to do so here in a little while. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys... Oh, wait. You know what? No. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Before we go, let's just go ahead and we'll sleep through the night here. Not much to pay off on the loan. Actually, let me turn the speed up back to ×5 now. Actually, I can't go to bed just yet. So, in a snap of a finger. All right, now we can go to bed. Let's see, so 8 o'clock. So if I sleep 10 hours, that's going to be good enough for me. Wish I could sleep 10 hours in an evening, but I never do in real life. So see how we do. Oh, look at that. We got $50,000 in the bank account already. Oh, I got the door in the first try. That's even a bonus. The sun's out, so good. No rain. That means we can get back to harvesting our barley. I didn't want to come into here. And that's not looking good anywhere at all, really. Not good at all. Sugar prices, I mean, look at that. I mean, like I said, normally you sell sugar beet for, where is it, 127 or 140, and now for the same amount, we can now sell it for almost $1,000, and it's 1 liter for 1 liter at the sugar factory. So that is going to be a huge income. So much so, do I want to plant sugar beet? Do I want to do sugar beet all over here? To be continued on that one. Part of me says that's a good amount of cash. The other part of me like that's a lot of sugar beet. Maybe we'll just start small. Here I am. I'll think about it. Any contract for weeding field 33, and hopefully field 35 is out of here. Nope, field 35 is still sitting there. I don't like that at all. All right, so now this is where we're going to wrap up the episode. So now we have a tree farm. We bought some land. We got our sugar factory down, and we start the morning with $60,000 in the bank account, which means I just got to come up with $70,000 today just to so we stay even at midnight. Where am I going to get the money yet? I don't know. Maybe our grass field and silage is something we'll have to do. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I promise. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one. Go back to the house, get myself a cup of coffee.